Hello, this is section 1.2 exercises part C. We're going to do numbers 15 through 18. And particularly to give you a little boost if you're struggling with these portfolio projects. They're meant to be a nice easing into what we're going to do, and so don't consider this as being too difficult, but that this is just going to be an introduction. You don't have to know Excel ahead of time. So let's start with number 15. It says, imagine your life 5 years from now. Estimate 1 month of what you think your expenses and income. So we've got expenses and income will be at that time. So my life 5 years from now, I don't know, I might be a sailor or something like that. And I'm like, well, let me see, how much food am I going to have? Food, maybe I'll eat $87 worth of food, or $2 worth of food, or $10 worth of food. My housing, how much is it going to cost to live? I'm going to live in a cardboard box, so it's going to be $10 for 1 month. And or you could live in a Ritz apartment for $2,000 a month. Put all these down. Housing, how much is it going to cost for transportation? Put a number here, and just think in 1 month, 5 years from now, what are you going to be? And this is just an estimate. You don't have to be exact with this. So estimate music lessons. I want to take piano lessons. So music lessons are going to cost a certain amount. And then you have I don't know, how much are you going to be spending on school at that time? And how much are you spending? Just go ahead and think about all of the expenses, and you'll notice that the answer says include as many expenses as you can think of. That's what number 15 is about. Estimate 1 month of what you think your expenses and income will be. Oh, we didn't do that. So these are our expenses. Income. I'm going to make sailing around on the seas, I don't know, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, and that's what your estimate. That's why in your gathering you discussed those 5 jobs from every person that brought in. So that's what number 15 is all about. Just write this down. How many things you're going to spend money on in 5 years, whether you're going to start a family or your kids are going to move out of the house, and how much income you think you might be able to have. Okay, number 16. It says create your own spreadsheet document. So this is where we're going to start introducing spreadsheets. Whether you're in Excel or whether you're in OpenOffice, we'll work through spreadsheets. And you start recording these expenses in there. Okay? You're forecasting 5 years into the future. It may not be totally accurate, but we're just guessing. And a 1 month estimate of your anticipated income and expenses into a spreadsheet. So we're going to open a spreadsheet. I have Excel on my computer, so let's go here and write down income. So you just click on a cell and then start typing, and down here, here's your income. And I think it's going to be, I don't know, $500 per month. And then you move around with the arrow keys around to where you want to go, and you can say, hey, I think my expenses are going to be food. I estimated $87 a month, so you can put 87, and you just type it in and hit enter. Then how much were we going to do on housing? Enter. School, transportation, and just keep going all the way down. If you want to move this little box, you can go up here to the top and say, hey, let's scoot it over so it can all fit in there. And then you put numbers here for how much you think you're going to be spending on these various things. And that's really what it is. Then it said in the instructions, it says to record it, and then we have to save it. If we now check the answer, it says save it as life plan. So when we go to it, we hit the Excel document and we hit File, Save As, and save it on the desktop if we want. We're going to call this Life Plan. And so that's really what it's all about. It's just creating this document where you're estimating some of your expenses and income. So you'll submit that to your teacher in this lesson. All right, number 17. Prepare for budget and expenses portfolio project. Notice that this one you began the life plan portfolio project. This one is a different one. You're not asked to hand it in or do anything on this lesson, but you're just preparing for it. Start keeping track of your current income and expenses in preparation for your next portfolio project, which will be called budget and expenses. So you don't actually write down in an Excel spreadsheet anything right now. All you're doing is keeping track of them. So go ahead and let's get rid of that. And then you can start writing it down. If you spend $10 on something, put it down. You bought food for $10 and then you had to pay your rent for a place you're living and that cost $125. Then just write that down and just start keeping track of this. That's what number 17 is all about. So if you get payday, hey, I got paid today. I got a job and I got paid and I got $80 or something. Go ahead and record that saying, hey, I got paid on January 5th or March 3rd or whatever. And that's it. So you start keeping track of those. That's all you have to do for number 17. There's nothing to hand in. Number 18, you are supposed to report to your group members and receive reports from them that they have started tracking their current income and expenses. And you will notice that it says here, good, you start your record and then call, email, text your group and say, I've done it. And then in your group, when you receive a report from everybody, that's when you've done number 17 and 18. But that is all you need to do. The only thing that you actually need to submit is number 16. Okay, good.